They're coming to get you, Barbara.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
I like to dissect girls. Did you know I'm utterly insane?
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
We have such sights to show you.
Who's laughing now?
I get crazy. I'll kill you all. I'm the best man you ever had. I am your worst dream come true. I'm everything you ever were afraid of.
They're here.
Boom. Heyo.
Hey.
Good to see you.
Yes, I was like, I really want Lex for this one. I always love it when it's the three of us, but life happens. That's why
It's true.
like,
It's true.
that's why I'm like, we have to do the same topic just in case like somebody can't make it. Like we all know what we're talking about.
That's smart. I like where your head's at there. Yeah, sometimes things just pop up. It is what it is.
Mhm.
So let me. Oh my goodness, if I can get to the show on my phone as well. I like to try to keep up with comments on both ends. Hey, Goody, how you doing? Let me see if it's there. We go. Now I can give it a little bit of share. Guys, do me a favor if you can as well. Share this and get the word out to whomever you like to. We'd appreciate it. And obviously tonight's topic is the Tubi exclusive. Do not reply. So I don't even know where to begin. Let's see. Real quick though, the director is Daniel and Walter Waltz Ozel. I do not know how to pronounce that.
Was it a father and son duo that directed that movie?
So.
I heard something about that.
Yeah. I mean, so this came out 2019, and yes, as unfortunately the only thing we have from Lex tonight is it is in fact Jackson Rathbone as one of the main characters. Are we spoiling this?
No. We can talk about it. Like, it's been years. We're going to spoil it.
Yeah, it's at least 3 years old. Yeah. You'll be okay. It's on Tubi. You can watch it anytime you want.
Yeah, I was like, I thought about Tubi because it's a free app. And I was like, whoever wants to see the movie, they can watch it. They don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And there were some good actors in this. I noticed some characters or some... I guess they weren't main characters, but they played some minor roles that needed to be done from other shows or other series that I like the mom from Cobra Kai was in there, and one of the actors from the Titans DC movie was in there, or the DC series Titans was in there. So there were some pretty good people. I mean, it was a good cast.
I liked it. I was really surprised that I really liked it.
I will say it was a little slow for me, but when the action happened, it was good. Like there was a lot of really good killings.
For me, the slow part that I didn't like, and I was like, oh no, it's gonna be one of those movies where it's like the teenagers talking about like, oh, he likes me, he doesn't like me, was like at the beginning at the school part.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, fuck. I was like, it's gonna be one of those movies. And I was like, damn it. But I was like, I'm going to watch it, but I'm glad I pushed through that.
Honestly, yeah, it started off a little like, not generic, but a little like, yeah, the story was going to be there like,
about high school kids, and just like their life. And like, I think he likes me. And they started talking about the nude pictures and stuff. And I was like, oh, you dumb bitch. Like, don't send nude pictures. Don't show your face. Don't do that.
Terrible. All of it bad. And yeah, I was I liked the fact that they started that way, but they didn't go too far into it. Like
Yeah,
after
it
the
was
cell phone, like they just got straight to the plot.
yes, I'm glad it was only like maybe 10 minutes of that, which I was kind of confused by two things. One, was that her sister or her stepsister?
The blonde cheerleader.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to say that's a stepsister because they did not look related.
They did not look related, and there was some, like, I don't know, animosity between them.
A little
Did you feel
bit.
that?
Yeah, a little bit. Where? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it right now. And this is about the movie. Like it's totally how it's supposed to be. But so many of these actresses look alike.
Yeah.
I can't tell who's who in the credits. Like I'm trying to say, oh, the actress Evangeline Leeds or Savannah Kendrick or Ashley Fuss, they look very similar. But that's good though.
That was part of the thing, right? Because they had to be Sadie.
Exactly. But the sister too, the stepsister or like half sister, she looks exactly like the other girls too. Yeah.
Good casting right there. I felt like everyone was so good looking.
There was a lot of pretty girls in this. I mean, that's nothing to be said about.
The twist part of it when she was texting the guy, I thought he was gonna be like ugly and old, like not that good looking. So when I saw him, I was like, "What?"
Wow! You're like, "Oh, I guess I'm Sadie now." Marlene fell straight in for it. She's like, "Yeah, okay,
I think I would." But then
you didn't need to put the chain on my leg. It's okay.
I'm like, but then there's a part, I'm like jumping ahead a little bit where she's eating. Everyone's like at dinner, and Sadie, she's eating and she's eating like a pig. And I feel like that's where I would like stand out. And he's like, "You're eating," what did he say to her? He said something, but like you're eating disgusting.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
And I was like, I didn't even know how you have an appetite. But I mean, when you're nervous, like some people have to eat more and some people can't.
It's true. Yeah, depending like how you deal with stress or like how you. Yeah, I think it's usually stress. People either eat too much or they won't eat at all.
Yeah, I can't eat when I'm nervous. I can't eat anything because I feel like sick.
See, and then this girl is looking for buddies when she's in a cage or in a dungeon, I guess. With a rat.
I love that. I love that so much.
It was weird to me because if I was locked up in a cellar and someone's feeding me and making me poop in my own floor, I'm not going to worry about the mouse. I'm not going to make friends with it. I'm sorry. It ain't happening.
Like, did I miss that? Like, she went to the bathroom right there, right? I think I must have, like...
Right away. Right away she did.
Maybe it was like a fuck you.
I hope so, because it was just like... It was out of nowhere because, like, she just got kidnapped. Like, obviously, guys, we're talking about the movie Do Not Reply the Name. She replies to someone she shouldn't be talking to, and they abduct her, and she gets thrown into a cellar. And now we're in the cellar, and she goes straight to the bathroom, like, the moment she wakes up. And I was like...
You know why that happens? Because your body's in flight or fight... like defense mode, and you have to be lighter, so your body will start getting rid of stuff that it doesn't need, so you can be lighter and fight better and be faster.
That's fair. I will say this though, she dug herself a hole, so kudos, being very clean about it. Whatever. It's at least she's not just being gross, just everywhere, just like spraying around.
She's in the cellar. And it's funny that I picked this movie because it was from a dating app, right? That she found him.
I don't know. Because they just he saw her picture somewhere and like, oh, you're really pretty. And the cheerleader outfit, I guess, like that kind of dragged him because that comes in a lot later, guys.
Yes.
But I don't remember where they met. I don't think they ever say like the exact, maybe it was a dating site.
A dating app. And it's funny because I just got a Tinder. I was like, I'm going to try it out. And I didn't know you had to pay for it. So I was like, nah, I don't care.
Nope, I don't have to.
After watching this movie, no.
What do you call it? No, you don't need to pay for that stuff. All right.
But I think
you're a pretty lady. You just stand out there and then boom, whatever you want.
Well, I just wanted to try the app because like I always hear of Tinder. And I wanted to try it. And then like you have to pay for it. And I was like, nah, it's okay. I don't need it.
No.
No Tinder.
That's crazy talk. I don't
Maybe
think she
that's
was
where they
paying
met.
for it though. Wait, one more time, sorry.
Maybe that's where they met on Tinder, but they can't say it because they would have to
yeah.
pay.
It's like, we met on it's Swinder, all right? It's a better Tinder.
Wait, have you ever met someone from online? Like
not on Tinder, but yeah.
Well,
I'm still alive. I'm good.
I was gonna say I think it's different for women because like it would have to be somewhere public. And I would want to video chat with them before.
I would say, yeah, definitely like talk to them on the phone at minimum.
No, video chat. I need to know they're not lying to me.
True. I would just say go with other people the first time, it shouldn't be a big deal.
Because that happens in the movie. She was like, was it her or him? One of them was like, let's video chat. And then he was like, when they were talking, it was like all blurry. He was like, sorry, I messed up my phone.
Yeah.
But
I think he wanted to talk though too. Like he wanted to video chat. So that probably was like, oh, okay. So he must be telling the truth.
But it wasn't even cracked or anything. It looked like somebody put tape on it. And I was like, use your common sense. Like, oh my gosh. It looks like tape. It's not cracked.
My mom and dad won't buy me a new phone. Well, you know what? Then how do you have pictures of yourself then? If you don't have a phone to take pictures with? He's lying to you. He's a liar.
He just broke it.
Don't trust these guys, all right? These guys are a bunch of liars.
She was in high school. I feel like, the common sense isn't there yet.
No, not at all.
And I thought,
not for her, at least.
No. So when they decided to meet up at the Halloween party, I thought the big reveal was going to be that he was like old and married and he was like just like gross looking. Like I was waiting for that. Well, like old, like 60s, like older. Just he's pretty young.
I thought like early 30s even, like an adult, like a full-on adult, because he looked a couple years older than her tops. He looked like maybe early 20s.
That was like a huge twist for me. I was like, what? But I did love the costumes. Like I loved the costumes so much because it was the zombie cheerleader and the quarterback. And he even had like because we still couldn't see him. And I was like, I want to see who this is. I need to see. But he was fucking smart because he couldn't show it. But then they started to drink, and he's like, we can't drink this in public. And I'm like, bitch, you have your backpack. Put it in your backpack.
What do you call it? I mean, everything he's saying technically, like, okay, yeah, we're underage. We can't drink in public. Okay, whatever. Helmet for a quarterback totally makes sense. I can't see his face, but it's part of the costume.
But he even had the brain matter. I love that.
That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. I love their costume together. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, but if he's going to abduct you, does the costume matter? Like, no matter how good it is, it's not worth the risk.
I had a crush on him. I'm like, maybe there's something wrong with me. I would be like the other girl, Megan.
Oh my God.
Maybe that'd be me.
Oh no.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Marlene, you are just ruining the hopes of all good men out there. They're like, I have to become a serial killer now? No.
Oh my God.
That's too much work.
It was just
too much hiding bodies.
For me. I thought I had like somebody else in my mind, like somebody who had like kids and married and just like was really old.
Someone gross, someone that's not,
who doesn't shower, hasn't showered like for a week.
Yeah, he was so upkept. I think that was kind of a good turn though, that he was so well put together. Mm-hmm. And this dude's been in a lot of good movies. Like, I mean, I'm for myself, I don't care for them, but a lot of big name movies.
I didn't know he was the guy from Twilight.
He's in Twilight. He was in Avatar, which not a good thing, but it's fine. He's got a long list of good movies where he plays a good-looking dude. He's a good-looking guy.
He is. Well, everyone, the mom. I don't think I saw the dad, but everyone was good.
It's just a picture of the dad, huh? I don't remember them showing the dad, huh?
I don't think so.
Yeah, he was, because it shows like they travel because she's a military kid, so the dad was deployed, because they went into that for a brief
So-
second.
So wait, that was her sister? I thought it was like through marriage.
The blonde girl.
Yeah, because like she didn't look like them, and the way they treated each other, I kind of felt like they were step siblings.
I think so too. Maybe like the families got together at one point, but they don't really explain that. They don't.
And she, like you said, she didn't look like her.
You know, it's okay though, because they did have that sister thing. Like even related sisters will sometimes be kind of mean to each other. And then when she helped her, like for a brief second, she helped her with her makeup, like trying to make her night good. So they were sisterly, you know, to a certain extent.
I was like, I don't know that dynamic because I only had myself, but I always wondered. I was like, is that a step sibling thing? But being in other people's houses, like everyone's different. There's been siblings that fucking hate each other. Like they cannot be, and I don't think they're ever gonna be like friendly.
And then you have sisters like the original Sadie that they show her in a flashback.
Oh yeah,
And that was
I like,
fucking gross.
I kind of like
not
that
cool.
too. I kind
It
of
was
like
a good
that
twist, but I was like, no.
oh, because then it kind of made him gross. Like he is gross.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, he is gross. You can't kidnap 3-4 women at a time and not be gross. I'm sorry. Just it is what it is.
And he had like, I thought the house was so like, it for someone who has depression and OCD, like it was pretty nice for me to see it. How beautiful it was kept, how clean it was. But I've never been a fan of carpets. I've always hated them because I think they're so dirty. But then in this movie, it kind of plays into the suspense. So I kind of like that.
It does help a lot. I mean, they did some really good planning with this. I love how they set it up. I like the windows being properly boarded up, not just like tape over them. Everything had a lock. You could properly see all the locks.
And
So it's
even
not
at
just
the
I'm just
bottom.
shaking a door. Oh yeah. It was really well detailed, the house.
I think this is one of the best. Well, I haven't seen any other Tubi original, but just like stuff that I watch on Amazon Prime or even there, this is like one of the best movies I've seen on Tubi for me.
Yeah, I would have to say it was definitely better than I think some of these, because right now if you go over to IMDb, it's sitting at where is the okay, it doesn't give it a no, I know it does. Come on, computer. It's sitting at a 4.4 review. I think it's better than that. I think it's quite a bit better than that.
Because I think we've all seen stories about like a man kidnapping a woman, or he has like more than one. But this one was different because like the VR came into play, and I don't think I've seen that before.
Yeah, and you know what? They did a really good job with the VR too, because I've seen a couple where they use that kind of stuff, but this was a lot better. They did it in a more unique way, and like, oh my goodness, there's one where I think it's called The Girlfriend Experience or something. They're not horror movies usually, but there's one like where he falls in love with a program of his best friend's wife or something, and it was okay.
Her?
No, her. Well, maybe. Oh my goodness, I gotta find the name. But oh gosh, I mean, there's quite a few. But back to Tubi for a second. There's quite a few on here, and they're not the best reviewed. But watching this one, would you give other ones a chance as far as like other horror movies on Tubi?
Yeah, I would. Because like I think when I go on Tubi or Amazon Prime, there's so many options that I'm like, I don't know what to watch. I don't know what to pick. And I like that you gave us like 3 options and I just picked a random one, and then I was like, okay, let's see what Lex wants to pick.
For
And
sure.
I got to see a new movie without really picking one because I have so much to pick from, and I'm like, I don't know which one.
Everywhere.
And there's some
Everyone
bad
has a
ones,
streaming
too.
service.
And there's some bad ones too, but this one, it surprised me.
Oh yeah. No, it was better than it could have been. Like there's other movies that like, because I think they had where does it show the budget? Is it on here? I want to say there was an $18 million budget for this thing.
18 million?
Yeah. So I mean, for that much money, I would expect more, just from a filmmaker point of view.
I don't think that was 18 million. I would say like 1 or 2.
That's what I'm seeing from some of the information on here. I don't know where they're getting their source from though, because one of the comments said, "Where'd it go?" Because
I think that would be like Blumhouse, and even then, they don't give a big budget like that.
Yeah, I don't know where this guy got his numbers from, but
I think he's wrong.
What's up?
I think he's wrong because 18 million. That would have to be like a big studio film, and this is Tubi. This is free.
I don't know. Tubi's doing really well. I mean, their stock is up pretty dang high. They've got buying power. They're not, just because it's free doesn't mean they aren't doing really good. They got a little bit of cheddar.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, well, the reason I stopped watching Netflix was because I changed my debit card. And I was like, okay, if I ever miss Netflix, I'll put in my new debit card number. And then I never went back. There's like so many things on YouTube. I have HBO Max, I have Amazon Prime, I have Tubi, which I love. So I'm like, I can't have another streaming service. I would do nothing. I
mean, there's just so much. I don't blame you. I mean, you could just watch just originals to all these different. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. All the different streaming sites, just the originals, nothing else that they bought from other companies, and you would never have to leave your house. You would never have to leave. Okay, so let's see. Before we get into Megan, the probably the most interesting character. Before her, we get a picture of what's going on, what Sadie means, and Sadie is a reference to his Brad, the main
his sister,
his sister,
his
who
love
he's obsessed
interest.
with. Yeah, really creepy. She's creepy about it too, by the way. It's not just his fault. She was also weirdo.
No, but then again, I kind of see it from her point, like, because he's being a fucking perv. Like, who does that to his sister? Like, ew.
Who takes off her towel in front of her? That's creepy. That's gross.
He's fucking perv. Like, I was thinking that when she said it. Like,
she literally got naked in front of her brother. That's gross.
But
both of them bad.
But he was eye fucking her before, and he like that is horrible from your brother. Like, that's horrible.
But gross on both of them. They're both bad, very bad people.
Okay, yeah, but he is worse.
Well, yeah, he's also murdering people. There's no good thing about him.
So the reason we're talking about the VR is that he murders people and he likes to put his VR set and like relive the moment, which
is really interesting. I like that.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen something like that. Like, of course, I've seen so many movies with the plot where the woman is kidnapped in their house.
Yeah.
But this was different.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen other ones where they record their murders, but never with the 360 VR helmet on, which was way, way more than almost any other movie I've seen. Because there's like I think 13 cameras is the one where they film inside the apartment.
Yes. He's the guy I was thinking about. He's the gross guy, right?
Ugly.
Okay, that's the guy I was picturing in my mind. That was gonna be the one that kidnaps Chelsea, Sadie.
Oh yeah.
That's who I was picturing. So the whole time I was thinking it's gonna be like that, and then this hot fucked up guy comes up.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought too. Like, even when they showed Brad helping her in the beginning, like trying to get her to eat and stuff, I thought he was working for whoever was doing this too. I thought he was just another like pawn.
Oh, I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah, I was like, okay, so where's the guy in charge going to come out? And all of a sudden, this young dude, it's this young, kind of weird, and then all of a sudden it gets really, really weird as it builds up.
Did you think it was like more of a trafficking thing, where it was like he was the henchman and like the main people were gonna traffic her out?
I thought it was a cult. I was going cult in my head because of how creepy everyone was acting. I went straight to cult in my head.
So when Chelsea gets there, she meets Megan, and she tells her, like, you have to be Sadie now. You have to be clean. because she was really dirty. She had like the zombie makeup and she shit herself. Apparently, I missed that. I don't know. Maybe I was getting water or something.
Yeah, it was just because she was locked up in that. They don't really say how long, but she was in that bunker for a little while.
Yeah, because
Like
they
enough
wanted
where
her
she had to
too.
eat down there, and he beat her a few times until she knew her name is Sadie.
Yeah, Sadie. But I don't know. I think that's like a little more fucked up to think that you're kidnapped and then also your identity has to be stripped away as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
She couldn't be.
Gosh dang it! I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm sorry. Continue,
I'm so
please
sorry. I interrupted you.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
But yeah, so there's two other girls. It's Megan and I forgot the other girl. Sadie number 2.
I want to say not Haley.
Heather.
Heather. Yeah.
Heather. So they have been there for years, and they already know the lay of the land. They're telling her, and Megan's like more. I don't want to say mean. Well, Megan is more. How would you say she's more towards Chelsea? She's more. Now I have a brain fart.
I would say she's like oh, what's the word I'm looking? I know what you're trying to say. I just can't think of the. What's that?
Like catty, maybe.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, that works. That works.
So she doesn't like Chelsea being there because it's like one more girl, and obviously Megan has Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She falls into
She has
it
like
real quick.
full-on Stockholm syndrome. The other girl, Heather, she's more normal and just trying to survive. Like I can see that she is just trying to make it, and like you have to do this, this, and this, and she helps out Chelsea.
Yeah, just shows her the ropes. Like, hey, if you don't want to mess up stuff for yourself and for us, you have to do it this.
There's a certain way they have to put their makeup on, and then Chelsea had to dye her hair blonde as well.
Which, okay, it was a wig. It was a wig the whole movie. It was so bad. The wig was so bad. Even I knew it was a wig.
But then wasn't like I kept thinking, isn't Megan like more like brunette?
Oh, she looked. Her hair looked a little different.
A little different. I was like thinking, why didn't she have more?
I think she actually dyed her hair for the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And like, if your hair is too dark, you're not gonna go blonde right away. I guess, right? Like, is that a thing?
Yes.
Yeah. So she probably actually dyed her hair, and it was in the process of getting lighter and lighter, kind of thing. So she was in the process of turning into Sadie. Not Sadie yet. She ain't a Sadie, but she's close.
Wait, no, she was like the one. That's sad because she was like the longest girl there.
She was the most like. She's about it.
I can see why she was like a better victim for Stockholm because her home life wasn't good. Like her parents and her family didn't love her, and it like made complete sense that at least with him, with Brad, she had like her own room. She was safe. I mean, there was abuse, but who knows what kind of abuse she had in her own life.
Yeah, it's like when you've had a bad life, you can adapt to being in a bad situation faster. And if this guy's telling you, "Oh, I care about you," at the same time, you kind of just fall for it, and it's very sad.
Yeah, so I felt like I never hated her. I know
she was a victim
girl, but I never hated her. I felt like a lot of empathy, and I'm glad Chelsea felt that way too because she was trying to get her to realize who Brad was.
Yeah,
but she was like, I think your mind will do things for you to survive. Like I've heard victims forget what happens to them. Like they black those memories out. And I can't imagine being years inside a home. Their outside time was the BR, which is actually pretty nice.
That was a cool piece in there too. I thought that was really smart. Like everything they have to get to the outside world was the VR. There was no way to get, because he had one computer, and I think that was in his little safe room that he had.
Mm-hmm.
So it really showed like he took steps, because nowadays every movie that I see is like, oh, they go out somewhere far away and cell phones don't work over here, and that's the end of that conversation. This one, they show him destroying phones, actually doing everything. It made detail the world around it. which is really nice.
I really appreciate that. And at first I was like, wait, how do they not get out of their rooms? And then there's like a scene where they show like each door had like a, I don't know what to call it, kind of like a, what are those called? It's kind of like the lock from outside the room.
Yeah, like a sliding lock, I guess.
Yeah,
it was locked from the outside, basically, though.
Yes. But they had really nice bedrooms and everything. And one thing that I told you that the carpet...
Marlene, you cannot go get kidnapped by this guy, okay? I'm sorry. I don't care how much you like the room.
I'm like, that's my dream home. I found the love of my life. Oh, God, I wish Lex was here. She was like,
if I find out you two get kidnapped by some dude, I'm going to be very upset. I'm like,
from this guy. Ugh. He just had my dream home, okay? But then I don't cook, so I think he would be upset. But I do clean. I clean a lot.
It's true.
But carpet, I kept thinking of that because carpet is so messy. Like, it's so messy to clean. Like, tile's better. But it did bring up a lot of suspense because every time they would leave a room, they would have to, break it?
Yeah. So the pattern is all... Yeah.
Nice and pretty. And at first I didn't understand why they would do that like in the film, but then it added so much suspense because she tries to escape, or when was it when she tried to get the pills?
Yeah.
And she had to like very quickly like hide that she was there.
That was good.
That was pretty good. And I was like, oh, I love how they like did something at the beginning and then it came into play.
Oh, heck yeah. And I appreciated oh my goodness, the uniformity of everybody throughout it, like how much detail he put into everyone, because it's not just like a kidnap story. He's crazy. Like it's a mixture of like the real life Ariel Castro and like Psycho from Hitchcock. Like mix those two together and that's what he is. Would he have like migraines?
That's what was happening to him. Remember when
I don't know what that was. That one I was like, all right, because that gets played out a lot. I'm like, you don't need to do that. It's already good.
I don't know. I'm like, I suffer from migraines and I'll get them randomly, so like I can't control it.
But when was the last time you ever kidnapped somebody and forced them to dress as a cheerleader? You know, they don't connect. Wait a minute.
You didn't hear anything.
All right, so I have to go now, everyone. I'll see you later before
can we put music on or something?
Oh my gosh. All right, never mind. All right, we're going into this now. This is my questions. I was gonna ask both of you guys, but Marlene, if you're kidnapping people,
okay,
what are you gonna make them dress up as then? First thought, go.
Pumpkins. I don't know why I thought pumpkins.
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
I must have Halloween in my mind, but I don't know. That'd be cute.
That is so scary. I just like you stumble into a house where people are chained up and they're all dressed as pumpkins. Oh god.
You said the first thing that came to my mind. I didn't have time to think about it, but I don't know why I thought pumpkins.
Pumpkins. I think because you want pumpkins. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, these are all my pumpkins. Oh my god. Go into Marlene's pumpkin
My
patch.
pumpkin. Oh my
okay,
god.
next question. What do you make them all call themselves then if they all have to have the same name?
Would it be men or women?
Okay. Oh, how about that then? First, would you kidnap just men, just women, or both?
Probably both, because I don't like to cook. But then I'm like, can I trust them? I don't know.
That's fair. That's fair. Guys can cook. I cook.
That's true. There's guys that all the guys I've dated, they cook better than me. So I'm like,
that's not a problem though. That's okay. Like I've often been the better cook in relationships too. I don't mind that at all. So
yeah.
you do what you got to do.
You have to be you. You know, you can't be fake in life. And I'm like, I don't cook. I eat out a lot.
Yeah, you gotta be what you gotta be. You know, like if you don't like to cook, don't cook. If the other person likes to, that's who should cook.
Let them.
Yeah. What do you call? Okay, so you have your guys and girls dressed as pumpkins. What names are you picking for them then?
I don't know why I think jet, like a plane. I don't know why that came to my mind.
I mean, that works.
It's really fucked up in here. You don't want to know. You don't want to know what's in here.
I'm afraid
Okay,
you're gonna
what
accidentally
do-
like hit your camera and turn around, and there's gonna be like 3 people in pumpkin outfits right there.
They're just
Like,
dancing.
this has already happened.
And they're just looking at me like this. They're happy.
Oh,
I
they're
would-
happy but scared.
I would love bomb them. I would treat them really nice, and then I'd be mean to them so they can be really attached to me. Oh my gosh,
You know
that's fucked up.
That sounds like a really good horror movie. There's not a whole lot where women kidnap people. It's always a guy.
That is so true.
I'm gonna get writing that. I'm gonna start writing that up.
I'm trying to think of a movie where when like a
Misery,
girl-
maybe.
Oh no, The Loved Ones. The Loved Ones.
The what?
You never seen The Loved Ones? Lola Stone?
The Loved Ones.
Oh, it's one of my favorites. She kidnaps boys for her prom.
Ooh, I have not seen this. Oh God, it looks creepy.
It is so good. That is that is one of my favorites. The Loved Ones.
She's pretty
Gorgeous.
cute. I would have just went
She
to
is
her
fucking
prom.
gorgeous. But she's kind of like a dweeb. She's like a pretty girl. You know those pretty girls in high school, but they have like the pony shirts and stuff like that. But she's still beautiful.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Ponies are cool.
I mean, but when you're in high school, I bet you were not thinking that. It's different. You want to be cool.
I'm saying about relationships that I was in, the girls were never cool. We were nerds together. But no, I guess they didn't dress in. It wasn't like baby stuff. Like it wouldn't consider like nothing pony, I guess. So yeah, I guess you're right. Like they would like a wallflower kind of blend in.
Yes, that's who she is. I recommend that movie. That one's fucking good.
I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna check that out next week. Then maybe we'll have like maybe not a whole episode dedicated, but like maybe a good 15 minutes.
The Loved Ones, yeah.
I will watch that. I will watch that on that. Maybe that's a segment we could add into the show. Like 10, 15 minutes. We just talk about another movie every week. And then we can add them up at the end of the year.
No, we're not gonna do that because we're going over time.
Yeah, without Lex right now, we're at 40 minutes. So
I know. I was like, oh my god, I was like, who am I? We're really like half of the movie. We didn't even get to the other girl. I forgot her name. And I thought the big reveal when I saw her, I thought it was Sadie.
The actual Sadie, right?
Yes. So
yeah.
There's 2 bedrooms, and there's a bathroom between the bedroom. I don't know what those are called.
There's a word. There's a real estate word for it, but yeah.
So it's connected to 2 bedrooms, and Chelsea has one of the bedrooms, and then the other bedroom, she hears something, and she goes to look. I forgot her name, but I thought when I saw that woman, I thought it was Sadie, the real Sadie.
Yeah, it's Tina. I believe Tina's the one that with the leg, right?
Yeah, I thought he did something to keep his sister there, and he could like be weird about it, just keep her there.
He was mean to the other girls. Like I would just there's a scene in the kitchen that's really horrible.
Oh yeah,
it's very implied, but it's still not good.
But I think that they did it in such a good way. Like sometimes you don't need to show anything, but you know what happened. That happens.
It wasn't that kind of movie. Yeah.
That happens for Chelsea as well. Like it's implied what happens to her.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
As well, and they don't show anything, and I was like, oh, I felt like that gross feeling.
There are some movies that like. I get it. It's a lot more hardcore and it's a lot more like part of the storyline, but it didn't need it here. So I'm glad they didn't. Like Last House on the Left has the original, not the remake. The remake wasn't so great, but the original had a scene that was an attack. And at the end of it, they show everyone like sitting, like realizing what they did, and it showed like even the monsters in this movie can be human for a quick second, and it really messes with your head. And
I like both. I like both because that happens in real life, and I'm like, we shouldn't be like, oh no, we can't talk about it or we can't make art of it because it does happen, and that's fucking horrible. But then at the same time, I like how they did it this way too, where it's implied, and I'm like, I felt that gross feeling as well.
Yeah.
Without having to see that scene, so I'm like, they did something right.
100%. And the movie we're talking about tonight, Richard, is Do Not Reply on Tubi. It's a Tubi original.
Yes.
And I already, as soon as we saw this, I actually saw like 3 other Tubi horror movies. I'm going to send your way for next time. Like we'll maybe do a couple weeks down the road, but it's pretty solid for an original that I never would have watched otherwise. Like
and the artwork, I loved it. I didn't even know what that was. Like when I first saw the link you sent, you know how it has the pictures? It had like those
it doesn't
red
look
lights.
like it.
And I was like, I don't know what that is. And I thought it was going to be like a supernatural movie, but I just picked my favorite artwork from it. And I was like, okay, that one.
That head looked like just like a mask with lights on for some reason to me. And I was like, okay, it's probably going to be a little cheesy that way, but it really does work in this movie.
It was darker than I thought, because I thought it was going to be like some dumb ghost and like chasing high school kids or something like that. But how I told you that I really liked that the high school part was only like 10 minutes of it.
A little
because like I hate those annoying characters where it's like, oh, he's my boyfriend, and I'm like, no, I don't want to see that anymore, you know.
Yeah, it's like,
and I think the part of inside the house, when they're captive, to me was more interesting. Like I like seeing how they all
100%.
There was sometimes cattiness between the girls because there was jealousy, but one of them was suffering from Stockholm.
Yeah, it was a lot more interesting than if they would have focused more on like the high school stuff and like her personal life. Yeah, a lot better.
What did Tina have? She had gangrene?
Yeah.
I was like, what a horrible way to die. And I can see why she wanted Chelsea to kill her.
That was, oh God, that was a good part too, actually.
I was like, I didn't know how to feel because, forgot his name. Brad was like, he wanted.
You're too busy checking him out, Marlene.
I know.
Stop.
I'm just like, there's hearts coming out of my eyes. Like, hey, I need Lex.
Call it. It's like, oh, where do I find the chain? No,
So
Marlene,
like,
you can't
what
go.
is the dating app?
You're not allowed. You're not allowed to volunteer for the dungeon. All right, it's not how it works.
I volunteer as tribute.
It's like, oh, Amazon has a cheerleading outfit for me. Oh my goodness, terrible.
I've never been happier. I'm gonna rewatch this movie. You know what? After we're done talking, I'm gonna rewatch it again. It's gonna be wonderful.
You call it. You're gonna just fast forward to where Brad's on screen, though. That's the problem. Oh, there we go.
Which is funny. Like I have seen some of the Twilight movies, and I don't remember him. But then again, I wasn't really into them.
I never liked them. I mean, that's pretty obvious. Like most guys don't like those movies. It's whatever. You can like them or not. It's totally cool.
I think I gave it a chance because it was a vampire movie, and I always loved horror movies. So I was like, oh, I'll give it a chance. But it
like
was
vampires.
Like teen. It's like that thing I was telling you. It's about the teen romance and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah, I got real. Like, but because he's been in quite a few things. Like, I'm gonna click on his name again real quick because it's not just the Twilight. That's just like the biggest ones he's been in. But he was in The Last Airbender, which not great. The Guardians of Justice, Until We Meet Again, War Hunt, Mixtape, Dreaming, Grand Avenue, The Wall of Mexico, The Last Ship. The list is very long. This guy is a worker. He does a good job.
He's a good actor.
He's a full-on, he's a working actor.
Yeah, he's a good actor. Because, I was really surprised because I thought this was going to be, a shitty Tubi movie. Because I remember you said it was an original movie. I'd never seen one before. So I thought it was going to be pretty bad.
It was a lot better than I would have given it, going into it. Yeah, a lot better.
Yeah, I guess I didn't have any expectations for it. But
that's the way to do it.
But it really drew me in because sometimes I'll watch a movie and I'm like, I'll take breaks or I'll take days between finishing it because I'm bored. I'm like, I can't. But this one I watched it through because I'm like, there's a lot of suspenseful parts because Tina wanted to die and I don't blame her. She smelled so bad that when they were cleaning her, people wanted to vomit. I'm like, that can't be good. Your blood is probably all gross.
Yeah, no, it was she's dying. There's a reason she wants to die.
A slow, horrible death. And I was thinking, I kind of understand why Chelsea wanted to kill her, but then I'm like, oh, that's so hard. I'm like,
but she did it because she didn't want Brad to do it because he was going to just be terrible.
yes.
I mean, the way he murders people in the movie is not good.
No.
At least she was trying to be gentle.
Oh, we didn't get to Heather. Heather was going to be released, but I'm like, you dumb bitch. You think he's just going to release you? You've been there for years. And she was so happy. She was like, I've been here for years. I'm going to see my family. And then he's like, before you leave, one more show. And I guess they would do like cheerleading routines for him with the VR. And he was like, one last video. And she's like, why down there? It's so dirty. And I'm like, aw, you dumb bitch.
She's going to murder you.
Heather is the dumb bitch of this movie.
Yeah, she played the game. She really tried to be cool about it, and then just murdered. It's very sad.
I wonder why he didn't murder the other girl because she was there first.
I don't know. Maybe she did.
He liked that she put up. Do you think he liked that she put up more of a fight, and she was like, she would always tattletale.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't get that either, honestly. It's just the order he decided.
Because that was one part that gave me anxiety as well, was like the dynamic of the girls, and then Chelsea trying to convince her that Brad is a monster.
He's a bad
and
guy,
she's trying, and then she tells her he killed Heather, he killed Tina, which she lied, but still in a way he did kill her, and then Megan goes downstairs and tells them immediately, and I'm like, you bitch, like I can't believe you did that. But I felt anxiety.
Real quick though too, Richard, you are not you're not wrong with the high school talk. It's the whole movie is based around this guy kidnapping high school girls and forcing them to become the exact same person, like trying to create clones of his sister.
They're all named Sadie. And you have to learn that or else you get beaten up. Like, you can't have your own identity. And if you leave your room, you have to wear your cheerleading uniform. That was one of the rules.
Cool. Anybody check out Prey yet? I watched Prey, the Hulu one. Yeah, that was good. That was really good.
When I heard of it, I thought it was at the movie theaters, and I was looking for tickets. And I was like, then I saw that it was in Hulu, and I was like, damn it. I was like, I really wanted to see it on the big screen.
I would have liked to too, but you know what? It was really good. It's worth it on the small screen. I really liked Prey. I thought it was a lot of fun.
That's what I've heard. Really good reviews.
Oh yeah, like it was better than the last couple Predator movies we got. So I was definitely on board.
Yeah.
They were pretty bad.
They were pretty bad. I couldn't get through them.
I watched them just because I like Predator movies. Like I love sci-fi like that. And Predator is one of my favorite characters, so I was like, all right, we'll watch it. Okay. Oh, it got worse. It's getting worse. Oh. But other than that, Prey, excellent.
Did you watch Alien versus Predators, the second movie?
That was rough.
That was one of the worst movies I saw, and I don't think I was able to get through it.
It was not good.
But Alien versus Predators, the first one, I really like. That was fun. I like that one. But the second
that one was way better. I actually liked Robert Rodriguez's Predator, where they go to the island or they go to the planet.
Oh yeah,
I thought that was fun
too. I thought that one was fun. But which one's with the Olivia Munn?
That is the latest one with the little boy who figures out how to use the technology or something.
I didn't like that one.
It was okay. It was funny in some parts. There was some cool killing, but nah. It was not so great. But back to Do Not Reply.
Yeah, I would rather watch Do Not Reply.
Probably, yeah. Okay. Now the premise obviously is like she answers a message from somebody
on her phone. I think it was an app. Yeah. I think she found a guy on the app because she was looking for a boyfriend. She was talking to her friend about it. She wanted a boyfriend.
But what would they have to send to you to make you reply to someone you've never met before?
Well, isn't the app you keep looking at the profiles?
I don't know, because like he was messaging her and they never really showed her like scrolling through anything.
Because she had the pictures. I thought it was a dating app. And she said she wanted a boyfriend.
I guess that must have been it, because I didn't remember seeing her like, I don't remember seeing an app. I just remember seeing like a picture of him in a text message, and I was like randomly.
I think they didn't say it was an app, because if they said one, they would have to pay money. But they could have made a fake one. I like the first 10 minutes are very clunky, and it's like all the teenager high school stuff.
Yeah.
I think by the time they get to the party, that's where I got more invested.
It was a lot better. As soon as it got to that really cool, I wish they would have just gone to the party, because it looked like a good party.
It looked like a good party, and I love their costumes. I was like, I like this. Like with the brain matter.
Yeah, it would. At least he worked on his costume before he started murdering people.
Yes.
I'll give him that.
That was real brain matter from, I was like going to say Heather, but no, she wasn't dead yet. Other girl.
The earlier Sadies, yeah.
Sadie number 5.
Yeah, one of those, the earlier, models. Now, before, because we're at over 50 minutes now. We got to get on. How did this end? Let's go into the ending real quick. You want to start us off?
So she tells Megan. Megan goes and tattles. And then what happens? Yeah. I was like, that bitch. But then it's the Stockholm syndrome she has. She's been there for years, and Chelsea has only been there like how long? Maybe a month?
A couple of months at most. Like, I would say like 5 months most.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, the timeline doesn't make sense to me too much because there's a lot of jumping around. But
then again, if you're living a life like that you're not going outside, it must feel like that. But you don't know.
Oh yeah, you have no idea what time it is, what day. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But she finally shows her. She gets the VR camera and shows Megan, like puts it on so she can go watch the murders.
That of Heather, who's gonna do her cute little cheer routine, but to go to her family. There's always a dumb bitch, like in horror movies. Heather was the dumb bitch in this one, but I loved her.
You gotta have one.
Yeah, you gotta have one. Yep. She was our dumb bitch. Then she got murdered.
Very sad. Very sad. But I mean, they did get away at the end. They did escape.
Well, he takes Chelsea downstairs, and he was gonna kill her the way they planned to kill Megan. Which, what was it? Beating her up?
Yeah.
Really? And that's pretty horrible, too, because she's a small girl. But Megan believes her and gets a knife from the kitchen, which they're not just there. They're, like, locked up. But she got one, and she stabs him, and they start fighting him.
Yeah, no, that was, I'm glad to see her, come to her senses.
Snap out of it, yeah.
Yeah. And that was another thing. Like, they showed him locking up the knives, so they have to show them, they have to get to them. So that was another good thing. Like, he thought about all the little details throughout the movie.
Yeah, it was interesting to see, because at first I thought the part of the house was like another layer of the house. Like, they were still at the bottom, but the way he did it makes sense why he would have them in the house, because everything's so secure.
Oh, yeah. And obviously, they murder him. They both fight him.
With the VR
helmet. Yeah.
The helmet.
That was awesome.
No, they don't murder him. No, they don't.
What?
Because they escape. They get the keys. He looks like he's dead. But so, like, the only problem I had with the ending is that it kept ending and ending. Like, I kept thinking this is the ending, and then it would go to another ending. And I was like, I keep thinking this is the ending, and then it would go to the other one.
Shoot. So what was the ending then?
Okay,
I must have cut off too early.
So no, they escape and they get help, and there's like, it's a beautiful neighborhood, and there's people outside. They're like mowing their lawn, and they're a woman walking her baby, and they're like, what's wrong? Do you need us to call the police? And they do that, and Chelsea calls her family, FaceTimes them, and they're happy to see them. And then the sister, she's like, what happened to you? Like, in a bitchy way. I was like, instead of being happy to see your sister, she's like, what happened to you? So that makes me think she was a stepsister.
Yeah, she definitely was. There's no way she wasn't. Oh my
Because
gosh.
like she just commented about her appearance because they look like shit. Like they're all bloody and beat up. They don't look good.
Oh, real quick, have you seen Blood-Sucking Bastards? No, I haven't seen that one. I will look that up too, real quick. Throw that on the agenda. Blood-Sucking Bastards. So I thought he died then, so I must have missed the ending.
No, so after that they get help, and then it's like Chelsea with a therapist, and she's like, I have to tell you all my life story to a stranger. He's like, if you want to get better, you have to tell me everything. And then you see Brad at a mental institute. He survived.
Okay.
He has like scars. Like the ending was clunky, the beginning was clunky, the ending was clunky, and then you think that's the ending, but no, they switched to another group of girls that are like 13, 14 years old, and they're like talking about cute guys they met on a dating app.
Oh no.
So like I think it was about them on the dating app, and they look 13. They look very young.
Not great. Not great.
No, not great, but that's like kind of the point of the story.
Yeah, it did tell a good lesson. Like, yeah, you got to be careful on the internet. You got to be careful who you meet. You got to be careful who you're talking to. Oof.
I think especially when you're young, because you want to be more grown up. And the little girls are all they were saying, we're 13. Why is a like 17-year-old going to talk to us? And she's like, no, we're 16 now. So
yeah, that's enough. It's so bad. It's a real life story. Like it really does happen every day.
It happens to a lot of people, even before. Like remember when the internet was just starting out? Like it happened to a lot of people. They would meet on chat rooms.
Yeah, it happens to this day. Like they have sting operations for that kind of stuff because it's so common.
Oh, to catch a predator.
Yeah, it still happened. They had one in town like a week ago, and they caught like 6 people.
Oh, I'm glad.
It's not. Yeah, it's very dangerous out there. You got to be careful, people. You got to be careful. But other than that, I mean, all in all, it was solid.
I liked it. It surprised me in a lot of different ways. I had like no expectations. I didn't even know what it was.
Yeah, so it definitely is worth the watch. I definitely would give it a chance if you're out there.
I think Lex said she liked it too.
I think so too. I think she was more enthralled with the actor like somebody else, but you know, it's fine.
How dare
Whatever.
you? How dare you?
I'm sorry. I guess I just don't find him that attractive. I apologize.
Oh wait, you didn't tell me what you would make people wear if you kidnap them.
Oh, everyone would have to wear probably either, I would say, a suit of armor, like full on Knights of the Round Table armor, or Oompa Loompa outfit. And they would have to learn a song instead of
I thought you were
instead
going to
of
say
a
they have
cheer.
to be short.
No, I want to see a tall Oompa Loompa try to sing a song about a little kid dying in a river of milk or something.
Ooh, and they would have chocolate for you?
Oh yeah, everyone would have, yeah.
That'd be nice.
So I would probably name them each like 1, 2, 3, and 4. I would give them each just a number. Like you don't get your own name, get a number.
Yeah, because there I was like, okay, in my mind I had Sadie number 1, Sadie number 2.
Just for up here, yeah.
Yeah,
makes it
for
easy.
me. But it was Sadie for Brad. Sadie was Sadie. Everyone's Sadie.
You call it real quick, Richard Fresh. Which one was Fresh about? Because that sounds familiar. Let me know.
I've heard about that. It's with
Is the cannibalism one?
Yes.
The girl, the college girl,
Mm-hmm.
like she rushes sorority and make her eat meat or something. And she,
No,
like, eats people?
that's Raw. That's Raw.
That's Raw. I'm thinking of
I
Raw.
haven't seen that one.
It was good. That was good. Fresh though. Which one's Fresh then? Fresh.
It's where she meets a guy and they're dating, and then she finds out that he sells human body parts for the meat.
Lucrative. He's got a job. That's good. All right.
He has money.
Yeah. I mean, as long as it's not your body parts he's selling.
It's her body part.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Ooh. So, all right. Well, then maybe he's not the best guy. Maybe it's time to see other people.
He was married.
Oh, terrible. That's even worse. This guy's a scumbag then.
But at least Brad wasn't married, you know.
He was trying to marry his sister. Not good. Not good.
Family love. You know what? Family love.
No, stop defending this man.
Oh
My
my
God.
gosh,
All right.
I wish Lex was here. I'd want to hear what she thought.
I think we need to get out of here before you go join this group. All right.
The cheerleading group.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right, people. We're clearing out of here for tonight. Thank you so much. Hopefully Lex will be back on next week and we'll have another topic for you. Marlene, before we head out though, anything you want to let them know?
Go watch Do Not Reply. I really liked it. It's free on Tubi. That's why I was like, something on Tubi so anyone can watch it.
Heck yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Watch it right now if you guys want to. It's on there. It's an exclusive. I think you're going to get a kick out of it.
Yes.
All right, people. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you next time.